guys, Carolyn again, and I am encouraging you guys to take this one outside again. It's a little bit windy, but sunny and beautiful. We'll take some time here to run through our workout for today. For the weights portion, the first part, we'll do 4 rounds of each today and 8 reps of each move. And then at the end, for our cardio portion, we'll be doing 5 rounds, 30 seconds working, 20 seconds of rest in between each set. So let's walk through the weightlifting portion first. First move, you'll need something a little bit heavier, kind of in that medium weight range. And we're gonna do a single arm front squat. So you're gonna load it up so that we've got that weight in the single side. Feet are shoulder width apart. We're gonna tuck the pelvis, stack that rib cage, keep those shoulders back and down. As you sink in that squat, make sure those knees track the outside 2 toes. We use the exhale, drive up, finish with that squeeze on the glutes, okay? You can alternate between sets so that the first one we're doing holding on the right arm, second one we'll hold on the left arm. Here you go. So first round, right hand, 8 reps, and then this one's paired with the single arm bridged floor press. So we're gonna be down on the ground for this one. Excuse me. So we're gonna set up first in that glute bridge position. We're gonna be laying back, make sure we keep that chin tucked, and then getting that weight in position. We just wanna make sure that we're not cranking on the elbow. So get that weight in position and then laying it back. Then we press up into that glute bridge, okay? Nice neutral spine, core is engaged, chin is tucked, and I'm gonna use my exhale as I press through the top. Controlled on the way back down, exhale, press, and back down. Okay, switching in between, we'll do 8 on the right arm, switch the weight to that other side, pressing in that glute bridge, core on, nice flat back, exhale and press, back down, okay? So it's 8 on the right arm, 8 on the left arm, and then when we come back to that single arm squat, we'll switch to the other hand for this 8. Second set, we've got a reverse lunge, and we're gonna add a little dynamic move to this one. It's going to be a reverse lunge into a single leg deadlift, okay? So what that's gonna look like is we're gonna load the weight in that right arm first. We're gonna step back with that right foot. Before we step, tuck the pelvis, stack the rib cage on top of the pelvis, long neck, chin tucked. First, stepping into that reverse lunge, knee tracks the outside 2 toes. We come up, squeeze that glute, and then we're going straight into that single leg deadlift, squeeze at the top. You want Mama to have them? Thank you. You want to hold them for me? Okay. You want to put them in your pocket? You hold them. So it's that reverse lunge, stepping it back, come up, squeeze that glute, and then we're going right into that hinge from the hip. Right arm goes down with the weight, right leg goes back, hips are nice and even, squeeze that glute at the top. Make sure in that single leg deadlift that we have a soft bend in the knee and that we're really using our exhale, bracing the core as we drive up to the top. So this one, the reverse lunge with the single leg deadlift is going to be, go find your rock. 8 on the right leg, and then we'll switch, 8 on the left leg. Then we have a new move for you guys to try out. It's called the low bear with thoracic rotations. What's gonna be important on this one is gonna be that big pressure in the belly as we're breathing, and that any rotation is coming from the thoracic spine, from the base of the rib cage up, and not from our low back, okay? We wanna keep the rotation out of the low back and have it come from our thoracic spine. So getting set up in that low bear position, hands are directly below the shoulders, knees are below the hips, and then we're pressing up into that low bear, just bringing those knees off the ground. Keep that neck nice and long and the chin tucked. And then we're gonna start on the right. That hand is just here, really bracing that core as we rotate, eyes coming with, back down. Okay, so we're doing 8 rotations with that right arm, and then we'll switch other side. Again, make sure we keep that nice flat back and then big time pressure in the belly, coming back here. Use those exhales as you come back down. Okay, if you need a reset in between, just tap that hand down. So, new move on that one. And then our last set today, we have a kneeling overhead hold to a stand. So you're gonna need 2 substitute weights here. If you have weights at home, you can use them, but You can make anything work, but we're gonna start kneeling. And then this one, we're gonna get those weights in position, make sure we tuck the pelvis, keep that rib cage down, and then we're pressing overhead. In that overhead press, make sure we're keeping the shoulders back and down, long neck, chin tucked. We're gonna bring that right leg up first, keeping that core brace, nice flat back. Exhale to a stand, and then we're coming back down in that same order, left to the right. Okay, we'll switch sides. Then we're coming up with the left, core braced, stand up to the top, back down to the right, keeping those shoulders back and down so we're not hiking up, okay? Keep that core braced, and then that rib cage stays down so that as you're pressing, we're not arching the back, okay? So we're gonna do standing up, one on each side, one standing up leading with the right, one standing leading up to the left, that's one. We'll do that 8 times, 8 on each side. And then our last move for today is going to be the dead bug. So we're gonna be flat on our back again. Keep that chin tucked. We bring the hips and knees up to 90 degrees and then really focusing on keeping the rib cage down and pressing our middle part of the back into the ground here. This is gonna be our starting point, 90-90, hands extended overhead here. Keep that chin tucked. Really use those exhales through the belly as we alternate. Okay, so big pressure in that belly, hips and knees 90-90, using those exhales nice and controlled. Keep a slight bend in the knee as you tap, coming back up. Key here is just not arching the low back off the ground here. We shouldn't be able to put our hand underneath here, okay? So 45 seconds, hold on that one, and that is our weightlifting. So again, just to repeat, we're doing 4 rounds of each of those pairs, 8 reps of each move. And then today we're gonna finish out with our Metcon. So we have 5 rounds, 30 seconds working, 20 seconds resting in between. First is a, what? Do you want your hat? Here. First is our sprint and back pedal. So we're going a forward sprint and a back pedal sprint. So if you've got room to work with, take it outside. If you have to, use the hallway. You want to do it with me? Here, come here. So it's a sprint forward. Give yourself a little bit of room if you can. Do you want to run, Paloma? Ready? Want to race? Set, go. So forward sprint, give yourself a target, plant that foot, and then we're just coming back, back pedaling. As you back pedal, make sure we sink into that nice athletic position and that we're not coming all the way upright, okay? Keep that rib cage down. So we're going 30 seconds sprinting forward and backwards. Then we got skip sprints. So this one, just start with a march in your skip to get that foundation. It's opposite. Rib cage stays down and we really exaggerate that core, belly out as we're driving that knee past the hip, okay? So again, give yourself some room. Ready? You wanna do it? Race, okay? Really get some drive behind that foot coming off the ground. Use those exhales through the core. Sorry, we're falling apart here. Then we'll have side plank. So 2 options in side plank. Feet can either be stacked or top foot in front, and then elbow is directly below the shoulders. Focus on that neutral spine, keeping that neck in line with the rest of our spine. We use that pressure in the belly as we press up. We're holding here, okay? Keep the chin tucked, neck, oh, thank you. Thank you. Okay, modification here, if that's too much and it's too challenging, bring that bottom knee to 45 degrees, keep that chin tucked, and we're pressing through the knee and the elbow here. Top foot can either tap the floor if you need it, or more challenging, bringing it up off the ground, okay? But nice neutral spine, chin is tucked, really exaggerate the breathing in the belly. And then alternating first 30 seconds on the right, rest for 30 seconds on the left, and then just split that last one, or challenge, do 6 of those, okay? Last today is our inchworm. So kind of depending on the surface you're on, this one you might want to do stationary if you're outside, and movement might not be the easiest for this one. Otherwise, if you're inside on floor or carpet, you can move forward for this one, okay? We're gonna start standing. Just make sure you keep a nice flat back here, okay? We're gonna fold at the hips, keeping a nice neutral spine, chin is tucked. We plant those hands, nice flat back, chin tucked, and we're walking out to our plank position, okay? If you're moving forward, just walk those feet up towards your hands, nice flat back, chin tucked, and then we stand up and squeeze. If we're staying stationary, we're just walking it out, long neck, chin tucked, to that high plank. and then walking it back. Stand it up and squeeze the glutes, okay? If you need an extra challenge, a progression there, add a push-up at the bottom. Just make sure you're using that good form. So we've got 5 rounds of that, 30 seconds working, 20 seconds of rest in between. That is today's workout for you guys. I hope that you guys are taking advantage of these, getting some movement in each day, and we're gonna sign off. It's nap time. Thanks, guys.